Good evening, Toronto. You're listening to Lovers Rotation here on CIUT 89.5 FM, the one and only sound of your city. Welcome back and welcome home to your soulful sanctuary here in our beautiful city of Toronto. My name is Aisha and I'm your host tonight and every night. And as always, joined by, the crew and some great artists here at the couch with us. But I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves.
Good evening, Toronto. It's your girl T.
And we have a very special artist here with us tonight. He goes by the name IMAJN. I'll let him get a little more into his lore a little bit, but he is an artist, a producer, a little bit of a creative visionary. But
Thank you.
why don't you say hi? Say hi to our people.
Hello, guys. What's up? I go by IMAJN. I am a producer, artist, just like Aisha said. I'm also visionary too. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, I try my best.
Does it all.
Good stuff.
Awesome. And on that note, we're going to jump into the first set of tracks because as you guys know, we got a lot to play and a lot to say. So we're going to do Show Your Color by Funbi, which was chosen by one and only our girl T over here. So just sit back, relax, get excited because we're going to get into a lot more here tonight on Lovers Rotation. Welcome back to Lovers Rotation here on CIUT. And so we just ended off with Say Something by the one and only IMAJN, who we got here with us tonight. Tell us about how you came up with Say Something.
Say something. Well, say something. Like it started off as I caught the instrumental from one of my classmates at school. Like I wrote this song about 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I was in school when I wrote this.
And where did you go to school?
I went to Metalworks Institute. Shout out Metalworks.
Big up Metalworks.
Yeah, great school, great people as well. So I got the beat from Axel. His name is Axel Bond. He's a great producer. He doesn't produce anymore, but yeah, I know. He's more of like a mix engineer right now. So he's dabbling in that. But yeah, like he sent me about 4 beats, and that was one of the one of the beats he sent. So when I first heard it, like whenever I create a song, like I have to feel it in my heart. Whenever I hear like a beat, I have to have like a emotional response to it. Like that's how I know I'm gonna create like something meaningful. So yeah, so I heard the beat. I made about 3 songs that day, and then so that was the last song I made. I was going through some things. I would say it was more about living the same day over again, and like feeling and like being stuck in the same habits. I wanted to break out of like those habits, and like that song, like I usually songs are like therapy for me. Like when I'm creating it, it's almost like therapy. So it was more about, I notice when I talk about my problems, more so not on a song, but like in let's say in conversation with friends and all that. It allows me to heal. So this was more about talking about my problems like to people instead of putting it on the song, if that makes sense.
It's like more of like a conversation.
Yeah. So because I noticed that like if you keep in your hurt or like your traumas, it piles up. It piles up on you, and like that isn't how you heal. So this song is about realizing that you can break out of that. Like if you realize like there is like the sun is outside, the sun is there, like there's still beauty around you. Like it's just it's basically about that.
I like that. So it sounds like you have like a pretty strong like emotional connection to music. Like you said, like you gotta feel something before
Yeah.
you like hop on a track
Yeah,
for
yeah,
real.
yeah,
So
yeah.
why don't you tell us about how you fell in love with music, and because
Okay.
you do
Yeah.
interact and work with music in different ways, right?
Yes,
So
yes, I do. Yeah.
when did it sort of hit you that you're like, you know what, I want to work in this industry, and like what are some of the artists or some of the experiences that inspired that?
My earliest memory of music, to be honest, like I wanted to be like a basketball player.
Oh,
To be honest, I wanted to be
really?
an NBA player. Yeah.
Whoa.
Wait, when?
okay.
How old were
This
you when
was-
that dream died?
I want to say it. Okay, it died because
You
I'm
still
not.
need-
No, I know. I don't. It died still, but don't laugh.
Sorry, no, you're
No,
right.
I'm joking.
Sorry,
I'm
I'm
joking. No,
sorry.
you can laugh. You can laugh. So I'm just playing. But I was. It was after. Actually, no. It was like grade 10. Like I was on the basketball team, and then I just started falling out of love with it. You know, like it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. So I quit. Actually, no, I quit the team. No. I told them, okay, I had a job. I kept on telling them I was working. So like I was skipping games. Like I was skipping games. Yeah, I was skipping games.
One of those.
Yeah.
Was it just like you?
They don't know that actually.
You're,
So
you're
now this is
exposing yourself.
exclusive right now.
Yeah. Now they
Now
know.
you think
It's
that-
okay. The
yeah, this
statute of
exclusive
limitations
still,
is
yeah.
up.
Yeah. So but back to how I started music. Like I first learned that I liked music. This was, I would say, maybe 2000 and something. I was about 10. No, I was about like 7 years old. Like my sister, she like loved music. You know, she loved music. So she ended up moving to Cali for school, and she gave me her room. And like her room had posters like Vibe magazine, like The Source, all over. Like it had artists like Aaliyah, TLC.
Oh, she
Like,
was
remember- yo, she
there.
was in it still, and yeah, she was in it. She left a what did she leave? She left. What do you call it? Like a radio. Like it was like it was a radio that like you can have a cassette, or it had a cassette attached to
Oh yeah, what do
it.
they call that?
And you
Like the portable.
Like the boom, not
ones?
a
It's not-
boom box,
yeah.
but like you know, and it has the radio. And
Yeah,
then
it's like
it
a
has
handheld
this,
type of thing.
yeah,
So-
yeah. We're too young to know what that's called.
So like you could, she taught me how to record songs off of the radio using a cassette. So how I knew, it was 2 songs. I remember a Saturday. I waited the whole day, on Flow. Like they were, I don't know if you know like how like on radio. Obviously you know because you're on the radio right now actually, but like they always replay songs, you know. So I waited for these 2 songs. It was Wyclef Jean, 2 Wrongs. Like I don't know if you know that song. They say 2 wrongs don't make a right. Don't-
Yeah.
It was that song and Outkast The Roses.
Ooh.
Because like the whole reason I wanted to record those is like whenever like I'll go out with my parents, grocery shopping and stuff, I wanted to have it like playing in the car.
You're
like
tired
on
of
my
their music.
headphones. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I was, yeah. But yeah. Yeah, like that's when I realized I love music. But I started with poetry. Like I started writing with poetry. This is about grade 10 high school. That's why I mentioned the grade 10. But yeah, I started with poetry, and that's what taught me how to like expunge my feelings, like being able to connect with myself and all that. So yeah, did that answer your question?
That's
Did that answer your question? Okay.
It's a very
okay.
beautiful response also. Do you have any like other artists that also helped you realize that love for music early?
Lupe Fiasco.
Oh, I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yo,
You know, but you are
yo,
a rapper and
I
you're a good
was-
rapper, so
It makes
that makes
sense.
sense. It
if
adds
you
up.
ever if you ever searched up lyrics about Lupe Fiasco, I was the person typing out the
Oh,
lyrics.
ingenious.
Yo, no,
You were-
it's not even that.
Like
it
the
was in,
blogs and stuff, like
no,
blog
like in-
posts.
AZ lyrics.
No,
Yo,
you were literally
I was about
You were
half.
updating
Yo, I
the-
swear, I was writing out his lyrics.
You're an
Yo,
OG.
I was doing
You're
that.
an
Yo, I was doing
OG.
that. it's embarrassing to say right now, but like
No,
because,
that's
that's what taught me how to. So like I'm okay. I mean to talk over y'all, but
No, you're
I'm sorry,
good.
I'm
No,
sorry.
you're
I love it.
excited. No.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, like I was in it, yo.
Mm-hmm.
That's what taught me how to like put together lyrics, also too. Yeah, yeah.
That makes sense.
I
Like you're
loved it.
studying the game while you're doing stuff like that. Like you're
Yeah,
studying
nah, for
flow,
real,
you're
for real.
studying wordplay, you're studying
mhm.
all of that. So honestly,
Yeah,
no, it's not
he's-
embarrassing at all. I think
He's
that's
a
really
genius.
impressive.
Yeah.
All right. So before we
Yeah.
get into the next set of tracks, we want to ask you, what have you been listening to lately? What have you been
Listening.
bumping?
It's a mixture. I listen to gospel, a little bit of that.
Nice.
Who am I listening to? You know, I have like usually when I like a song, I have it on repeat all the time. So it's a rap song. It's "Take You There" by Salameda. Salameda. Like I'm listening to that, but I'm listening to also Green Tea Pang, Mariba.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, yo, she's amazing. She's amazing. And also my homies too, like off Pete Smitty, a J10, Prezi, like yeah, all my homies. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Well, speaking of Mariba, you chose her song Counterfeit
Counterfeit, yeah,
to
I
lead
did,
us into
yeah.
the next
Oh,
set of
yeah,
songs.
yeah,
What's your
yeah.
connection with that song?
Like I see it as almost what I'm trying to do. Like her message is basically it's authenticity. You know, and like that's what I try to push out there. Yeah, because like I think like that's important in this day and age. How we're all fed the same message, and we're all we all want to be the same. We want to keep up with the Joneses and all that. And I think that we should be ourselves. Like that's where our true power is in being ourselves. And yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
it.
beautiful. Well, on that
that's
note,
what I'm talking about.
guys, this is Counterfeit by Mariba here on Lover's Rotation. Welcome back to Lover's Rotation. You guys just heard two songs by our special guest tonight,
What up, what
IMAJN.
up?
You heard Talk Deep and Tote My Love. So briefly, if you could just tell us sort of the meaning behind these songs or why you paired these songs together, because I think that a lot of your songs are like super vulnerable. And they
Yeah,
speak a lot about
they
like
do.
personal experiences and like deep feelings that we all have. So tell us a little bit about these songs.
Okay. Before I say that, I would say I pride myself on being honest. Yeah, I think being honest is so like it's important. Like it allows other people to connect with you like that. So I think like that's basically why I do that, and also like it helps me get over situations and all that. So why I chose "Told My Love." It's a beautiful song and people love it, you know, and it was off my project Under the Cloud. Yeah, so yeah, and I wanted to shed some light on that project as well. And
Also, heads up, T begged for that song.
yeah, yeah she did.
That's
Yes.
no, she did. She
I
did
did.
beg for that one. a
I
little
did,
bit. She
yes.
kind of put a knife
Yeah.
to his throat. So, but she won.
Thank you also for honoring my request.
You're welcome, you know.
But Talk Deep. What about
Talk Deep. Oh, that's an interesting song. Yeah, it's all my songs are personal, you know. So, what do you want to know about it?
Just
what
like
you
why
wanna know?
you chose to showcase that song tonight? Why sort of like
Okay.
where it came from, and sort of like
Yeah,
your
Talk Deep. So, Talk Deep is off of a project that is coming out in May. It's called Crashing Clouds.
Get the cloud theme going. If you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
Easter egg.
And if you don't know, you gonna know.
You about
Exactly.
to
You're about to
about
find
Get
out.
to know.
But to Talk Deep, this is about a relationship I had. More of a situationship, if I'm gonna be honest. But my situation, no, don't
No,
shake your
because
head.
we
No,
know
Don't
it
shake
all
your
too
head.
well.
Listen.
That's
Wait.
why.
Every day the
My
artists are coming in here and the situationships. I mean, the music
It
is
wasn't
great
my
though.
fault. No, the
No,
situation
hey,
was not my fault.
I'm just
Never.
saying.
Okay, wait.
Situationships are producing some great music, so we're doing the because we're just like another one.
Yeah.
Another one.
exactly.
But my situationships are there. It's not like any other like situationship, if that makes sense. It's like it has respect there, you know. So okay, every person who I've ever dealt with, we're friends, and I can have I could have a conversation with them if I ever saw them in public. You know,
Okay.
like it would be cordial.
Mm,
You know,
Okay.
like,
I respect that.
So did
That's
you
what I mean,
start
that's
off
what I
as
mean.
friends, or you just
Yeah,
like developed friendships with them throughout
Yeah.
these situationships?
basically, yeah.
Oh,
but,
okay. I was gonna
this-
say, see, that's where you messed up, but it's okay. No.
yeah, but this song is it's about leading. Okay, like I've noticed, I feel like I'm so political kind of, but I noticed in this. Wait, is it political the right word? I don't know
find
yet.
out.
Like you'll see, you'll
Let's
see.
find
Yeah.
But I noticed in today's age, we're pushed lust. A lot of lust is on social media and even in the media, and it kind of like it affects you, you know. So I would say that this song is about my own experiences about leading in a relationship with lust instead of love, and like liking somebody based on what they can give you instead of knowing, like instead of actually trying to understand them as a person first, you know. So yeah, that's what this song is about. Yeah, it's about that, and yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah,
Okay.
if
Is
you
it
want
better-
more, I'll
Yeah.
tell you. But yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and the song speaks for itself. I think, I think what you say has a lot of points. I think it's very true. And I can sort of see the parallels between a song like Talk Deep
Yeah, and it's
and then also like trying to reinforce sort of a move away from like a strictly lustful relationship or a lustful way of looking at or approaching a relationship
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
have
yeah.
with somebody, which goes back to you saying like you have a friendship first.
yes,
That
yeah,
friendship
yeah.
base, like you look at people as like humans
Yeah,
and like,
exactly, exactly.
Yeah, I like that. I like it.
Yeah, sounds like a good. Sounds like you've actually done some growing as well from the based off of like coming off of Under the Cloud and then like onto this new project as
Yeah,
well. So how do you feel like that journey has been since the release of your first EP to now putting out the second one? What's that? You know, had you had to kind of go back to the studio, do some more learning? Like, what are some of the things that you've done or have changed in you personally that are now reflecting in this project?
Healing. There's a lot of healing that has went on with myself. I used to not. I used to ignore my feelings. I used to push them down in a way and all that. And I noticed it piles up on you, like just like how it's in Say Something. You know, like it piles up on you. So a lot of healing has undergone. Yeah, a lot of healing has undergone, and yeah, like a lot of also I've been creating more. So these songs that you're hearing, they're is better. Like in my opinion, they're better. Like I'm better at expressing myself. I would say so. Yeah, yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
One thing that does remain sort of similar between the two, even though you see there's been some growth, there's still a lot of heavy cloud imagery,
Clouds, yes.
not just
I love
in
the
the
clouds. I
titles,
love it.
also in your Instagram name,
yeah.
in the sort of the video for Heavenly Father, there was like the cloud on
my
your
head,
head and
yes,
all of
yes.
that. So tell us about this relationship with your music and clouds.
So clouds, okay, clouds to me, it means to me like remaining childlike, because like clouds, when you look up at them, it can be anything. It can be any shape. It can be anything. It can be like a random. It can be like a clown like riding a horse, or it can be like, you know what I'm saying. It can be anything. So to me, it's a reminder to me to remain childlike, because that's where the creativity is in that. And like I love kids, like they're so innocent, and like I like how their minds work. You know, like I have nieces and nephews, and they inspire me all the time. They teach me about myself, you know, and they teach me how, they teach me how to remain. How do I say? How to remain like just even happy. I was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, that's what the clouds is about.
So like it's like preserving that, I guess, childlike level of like wonder, imagination,
exactly, yes,
like that
yes. Yo,
innocence.
she- yeah.
Imagination is the word. It's
And
interesting
that's why
because
my
your
name
name
is
is
Imagine. Ooh, you
Imagine,
got it.
and I was like,
You
wait,
got it,
wait,
yo.
me and her. Because I'm like,
like,
okay,
yo.
imagination, clouds, and it's just like such a cohesive concept, and
Yeah,
it all
yeah.
ties in together, and also
Yes.
ties in once again with that upward trajectory and that growth that you speak about, and just that open mind and all of that. So I think
Thank you.
that's amazing. I love
Thank you
all
so
of this,
much.
and like I think we're really excited based on the music so far. I know our listeners are excited as well to be able to take in conversation with clouds
Yeah.
all together.
Yeah.
But before we
Appreciate
get
it.
into the next set of songs, we're gonna ask you. We're gonna put you in the hot seat a little bit.
Sure, sure.
What is a hot take that you've had for music lately? Anything music related? What's an opinion that you feel like you just need to get off your chest? Now is the time.
Okay. I think about music in general, is that what you
No,
said?
just like
Yeah,
any overarching
anything.
like music thing.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it in the city right now.
Okay, you can keep that.
Okay.
Tell them.
Oh damn. I think that um Toronto music is more than like the hood music, you know? It's like it's R&B, you know, it's very creative. And I think that we should focus our attention more on other artists who are speaking like a more of a positive message and and like being like authentic and not just like trying to be cool, like be yourself. I think that is the most important thing that could be or that should happen in the Toronto music scene. Is yeah.
Okay.
It's like stay true to yourself. Don't try to
Yeah.
like push yourself into a box that you don't fit into.
Exactly. Yeah. That's
just
what I'm
for
saying.
anything.
Yeah.
Little sprinkle of shade in there as well. Saying
Oh,
it's not all
for
the
real? There's
music
shade?
that's popping.
Okay, but okay, I'm thinking about like
But the hood music is even
what's
falling off a
posted on
little bit
Six
right now.
Buzz and what's posted on the most popular sites for Toronto. You
That
know?
makes
Like,
sense.
That's
Yeah.
that's
That
totally
makes
valid.
sense.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
No, that
Valid.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I would say that I agree, but I would say also like you just really Toronto has so much talent,
Yeah,
so
nah, they
much
do.
talent, so much diverse
We do,
talent,
yeah.
and it's really up to the individual to make sure that you're consuming from the right places, and you'll see all of that
Facts.
positive talent and all those. Go to the shows, you know.
Yeah.
Do your research, look at the playlist, look into the artists, and you guys will see like there's such a beautiful, diverse musical ecosystem here in the city. But on that note, we're gonna jump into the next set of tracks. So we're gonna do the interview
The interview
by
Oh,
you.
dope.
Before we get right into it, if you can briefly give our audience a little taste of the interview. What is that about?
Okay, I want to tell you about how it even came about. So, I met the producer. Her name is Trey 10. I met her at an event at the NIA Center. I don't know if you know about the NIA
Like
Center.
Modern Oakwood
Yeah,
over there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I met her like this was about 2 years ago. I was at an event called the Reset, and I saw her on the couch on her laptop. And then I was like me being curious as I am, I wanted to see what she was doing on her laptop, and I saw that she had opened Fruity Loops, and I was like, yo, like I want to ask her, like I want to hear the beat she was making, and the beat that she played me was the interview, and I was like, yo, I have an idea for this, like, so I asked her to send it to me, and she sent it to me that night. I made the track the next day, and then I sent it to her, and she loved it. Yeah, and I sat on it for I would say for 2 years, like because usually when I make songs, I like to sit with it. I like to add to it to make sure to make sure when it comes out, it's what I want it to sound like. Because like a song lives forever on the internet. So yeah, the interview did that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, cool.
It's a
cool.
cool story.
I love that.
I have
I
to
love
say
that.
behind the song.
All right. Well, on that note, this is the interview here on Lover's Rotation. Welcome back to Lovers Rotation. You guys just heard Meet Again by J10, who is also the producer behind the interview by IMAJN, which we heard at the start of this music set. But as always, before we say goodbye tonight, we're gonna jump into your brain a little bit. Not that we haven't already
Okay.
been all up in there, but we're gonna
Let's do
ask
it.
you what's been on your mind, what's been on your heart these days. You know, Lovers is all about letting it out, being vulnerable, being open. Not just in your music, but just
Yeah.
in general as a creative. So, what's been on your mind and heart these days?
My mind. You want to okay to be as candid as possible. I'll say what's on my mind is being a man. Like what makes being a man like
Yeah.
in these days and age. That I would say like it's on my mind because actually
No, you're
how do I say it? Yeah,
say
it's
however,
like,
say it from the chest.
it's
That's
almost
what this is all
okay,
about.
cool. It's almost putting away childish things. Like even though I'm still remaining childlike and all that, but it's having a balance between the two, and how I can bring value to those around me and even to the world like that. It's that, and also just not getting into like stupidness, anymore.
Stupid.
Not into
Okay.
any
Question mark?
foolishness.
Self-control.
Okay.
And not get
Self-control.
into any foolishness and just things like
That's what's been that's what's been on your mind
yeah, that's
lately.
what's on
Just
my
like,
mind, yeah.
so are you
But
working?
choosing the right foolishness, if I should say, if that makes sense.
So what is the right foolishness?
The right foolishness
Define
is
that.
define that. I put myself in this one, didn't I?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
set yourself
yeah.
up. It's okay. We're here for you.
Yeah, choosing the right. Let's see. It's okay. Oh no, it's okay. It's counting the cost and before you actually get into what you get into. If I'm making sense.
You are.
If you're ready for the consequences.
Okay.
Yes.
Of your
So
actions.
that's
So just sort of like really just thinking before you do, like self-reflection, just reflecting and just taking the time before you make a decision. Know that every decision that I make is going to have a consequence, whether it's a
Yeah, yeah.
positive, whether it's a negative, whether it's neutral. So sort of like something along those lines,
'cause I
right?
used to not care still.
Oh,
I used to
really?
not like. I used to care, but it's like you wanna know what? It's you live once.
Oh,
you
one
were,
of
you were on the
those.
YOLO thing for a while, is what you're saying, and then
What would you say?
you were on the YOLO thing.
Not even that. Like I was still thinking, but
You just didn't care.
yeah.
So
But
when did that
wasn't
start to change?
Mm,
You think it's just like maturity, or is it
maturity? Yeah, it was
just something
It's
happened?
not maturity. It's maturity and just wanting different things. You're just wanting different things out of my life. Yeah, that's about it.
That sounds great, to be honest.
Sounds like growth. We're
Growth,
here
yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
We love
We're here
growth.
for that.
We love growth here.
Yeah. So I guess in the spirit of growth, like what are sort of some of the things that you're looking forward to, doing coming up on the release of this latest project?
Performing more. I love to perform. I love it. I feel at home on the stage, but also I want to collab with more Toronto artists. I'm in the works of that. Yeah, so yeah, that's really about it. Whatever God has for me, because I've had plans before, and then but like also I've noticed that the great things that have happened in my life were not planned. So whatever God has.
It's great.
So.
Who are some of the Toronto artists that you want to work with in the future?
Toronto artists. Wow.
Call them out. They might be
Call 'em out.
listening. They might be watching. You don't know.
You had an artist here.
Ooh.
Her name was Hopkins. I think Hopkins.
Michelle.
Yo,
Hopkins.
She's
Michelle
amazing.
Hopkins.
We
Oh,
love
She's
you.
amazing.
I miss her. I love her.
Who else? The ones who are like, I have a few on my project. Like Thelonious, I wanted to work with him. He's
Oh,
on the
Thelonious
project.
is sick,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
sick. He's sick. Who else? Toronto. Like I'm
okay, you don't
drawing
have
a
to-
blank. Yeah, I'm drawing a
No,
a
but like
blank now.
I think
but
it's like it's also
Yeah.
about exploring, right?
Yeah.
Exploring
Yeah.
and seeing
Ooh.
exactly who.
Toby.
Oh, Toby's
Oh.
hard. Toby's
I-
hard.
I
Toby's
remember I
Toby's up
saw him-
there.
Yeah, I saw him at Cozy like some years back, and I've been kicking myself for not talking to him.
Damn.
Yo,
Oh, yeah.
I was so mad. I
Now
didn't
you're
talk to him
shooting
that
your
day.
shot
All right, Toby.
digitally.
Holla at me if
so
you see
yeah.
this, please. But yeah,
So where can our listeners stay in touch with you now that Crashing Clouds is about to drop? How can they listen to your music, see what's coming up next, see where you're going to be performing, all your socials and everything? Plug that.
Find me on Instagram at the IMAJN Cloud. So it's spelled THEIMAJN CLOUD. So that's on Instagram. You can find me on Spotify, Imagine IMAJN, and then Apple Music as well, and YouTube too. Like I'm trying to start being more present on YouTube. So
You got to.
holla at that. I mean, so see me on there. I should say.
I was gonna say you're following up on that short film.
Oh
You're
yes.
about to run it back,
Oh,
or
wow.
we'll see. I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, thank you so much for tuning in with us. And thank you for spending some time with us
Thank you for
here
having
at
me.
Lovers and like giving our audience a little slice of your world. Thank you for staying childlike. You know, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing because I think a lot of us, sometimes we lose that. So
Yeah.
pushing
No,
that
for real,
message
yeah.
in
That's why
different
I
ways is
love
just,
it.
it's a beautiful thing.
Mhm.
Thank you for, being so open and honest. And we are so excited for Crashing Clouds. I know our audience is as well too. Make sure you guys go check out Imagine on all of his socials. Go check out his music. Stay tapped in and go to the performances. I've seen this guy perform. He's amazing.
Thank you.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Thank you
I'm
so
just
much.
like, I saw him just like, oh, we need to get him on the show. And it's finally happening.
Thank you
So,
so much,
so happy that we're here with him tonight. As always, if you guys want to keep up with everything Lovers related, you want to see the track list, you want to see all of our beautiful reels, our beautiful faces, the events we're doing, and all the different things that we get ourselves into. Our Instagram is at lovers.rotation. And for any guest requests, song requests, anything in between, our email is loversrotation@ciut.fm. Don't be shy. Come say hi. We don't bite all the time. And on that note, all of our episodes are mixed and mastered by the one and only Des Sounds. Make sure you guys go show her some love on Instagram at des.sound. And all of our episodes are edited by the one and only Dapper, our buddy. And make sure you guys go show him some love on Instagram at Dapper_TL. All right. So before we say goodbye to you guys tonight, we're gonna end the night with "Chance to Breathe" by Imagine. Before we say goodbye, is there a little trailer you want to give for "Chance to Breathe"?
Featuring Thelonious,
Nice.
a fellow Toronto artist. It's a great song. I hope you feel it. It's an honest song as well, So yeah, man, vibe with it.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much once again. We'll see you next week. And as always, make sure to stay connected, stay safe, and smile. Have a great night.
Peace.
Bye.